at Alpha Omega Mystery School. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas, halfway between Joshua Tree and Area 51 in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
Today is Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. The ancient magic ritual you're about to experience is unique in the world. Written and performed from the first-person perspective of Jesus of Nazareth, this rite comes from the Bruce Codex, an ancient Christian manuscript rediscovered beneath the sands of Egypt in 1769 that contains two lost books of the Bible, the first and second books of Yahweh, which contain the secret teachings of Jesus to his disciples. I'm Reverend David Griffin.
I'm Reverend Leslie McQuaid.
And this is the Lost Magic of Jesus Revival. Today we have a very unusual sunset in that we have
Sunrise.
Sunrise, as we have it completely obscured in the east by the clouds.
So the sun is really almost completed in its rising.
If it weren't for those clouds there over the Spring Mountain range. By the way, folks, that mountain that you see there is Mount Charleston. It's the mountain that you see from Las Vegas, only we're seeing it from the other side. That's the famous Mount Charleston of Las Vegas. And those mountains are the Spring Mountain range. There's a ski resort up there where you can go skiing in the winter from Las Vegas.
The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God Force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars humanity shall ascend.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel each breath as it moves you. Feel your chest expand. Feel your skin stretch over your ribs. Feel the nerves in your fingers as they tingle. And as you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of yourself, visualize yourself as the tree of life. However it is you imagine those trees to be, and grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into omega earth. I call on you in the east. Alpha. I call on you in the west. Omega. I call on you in the north, Alpha. I call on you in the south, Omega.
Alpha.
Et Omega.
The beginning.
And the end.
And the path of the age between. Sunrise.
And sunset.
And the path of the sun between. Birth.
And death.
And the path of life between. Welcome back once again to Column Hinge and our sunrise ritual celebrating the lost magic of Jesus. For those of you who might be here for the first time today, here's a little bit of background information. You see, the 20th century has been very interesting in breakthroughs in archaeology and especially in experimental archaeology. There was a whole lot of religious reconstruction that happened during the 20th century. You had core shamanism come up. You also had neo-paganism. And as part of the neo-pagan movement, you had people that were reconstructing from ancient documents a whole variety of ancient pagan religious cults. And we actually learned quite a bit from all of this through experimental archaeology. So Leslie McQuaid is a trained archaeologist, and we are harnessing the benefit of her experience in this project. You see, in 1769, what seems to be the lost magic of Jesus was rediscovered beneath the sands of Egypt in a document called the Bruce Codex, containing 2 lost books of the Bible. Unique find because it was much earlier than the Nag Hammadi scrolls were found. Now, what exactly is this? The Bruce Codex contains documents that early, very, very early Christians used. It was in the 1st century AD in Egypt and around the Middle East, all around the Middle East. The apostles allegedly carried these documents to the faithful in their groups all around. So the earliest Christians were practicing the magic of Jesus as taught to them by the disciples. This was lost to us because of the imperial religion of Rome. When Christianity conquered Rome and Rome conquered Christianity, went both ways, you see, because all of the diversity that was in Christianity prior to the 3rd century was lost, because the Roman Empire imposed Christianity as the official, their version of Christianity, as the official religion of the empire. So you lost, among other things, the magic of Jesus practiced by the earliest Christians. That's right, magic was forbidden in all the realm. And because of this, the bishops of Egypt quickly and hastily buried these sacred mysteries beneath the sands before the bishops of Rome could come and forcibly destroy them. And that's why we have these magnificent mysteries today. Now, Leslie McQuaid and I, David Griffin, have been working now for approximately 2 years, every single morning, practicing here and live streaming the opening of the Treasury of Light from the 1st book of Yahweh. A very important aspect of these mysteries of light that were practiced by the earliest Christians. We have been using documents like the Bruce Codex, carefully, painstakingly reconstructing the old rites. We've reconstructed them as faithfully as possible. We've had to adapt a few things because the documents were not intact that arrived to us. And yet, nonetheless, the results have been very, very good. So what you're participating here in is an experiment in experimental archaeology, reviving not an ancient religious faith, but ancient religious practices of the earliest Christians, which happen to be magical in nature. And so, without further ado, we reach out together with our energetic bodies and reconnect with the invisible God force, life force energy all around us. And reconnecting with this life, living light energy, we call upon the angels in the invisible. Angels of the 21st Treasury of Light, watchers, attend. Ozaz. Ozaz. Eoes. Eoes. Azaies. 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 Let the watchers withdraw, and let us enter into the 21st Treasury of Light. And there are 12 heads in my Father's treasury, and these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises to my Father, and he gives light power to them. O mighty angel, head in the place of the east of the 21st Treasury of Light, We invoke you. Zo zo ze ai. Zo zo ze ai. Zo ho zai. Now that letter, huh, you can pronounce it in English if you prefer with a K, but originally it was a guttural sound. Zo ho zai. Do za za ksai. Do za za ksai. Ma pazaz. Ma pazaz. Ozaez. Ozaez. Now here's a tongue twister with a lot of vowels in it. O ze a I e a. U ze a I e a. Oza oza. Oza oza. O sa ho zoza. O sa ho zoza. Now I'd like to note that in the document that came down to us, we have only one copy, and sometimes there are letters missing. The third letter of that name was missing, so it could be Os Ho Zoza. But due to the prevalence of alphas in these names, it's reasonable to assume that that was an alpha. Therefore, we pronounce it O Sa Ho Zoza. Azaiaos. Azaiaos. Almighty angel, head in the place of the north, we invoke you. Ozaiaos. Ozaiaos. Nai eozaze. Nai eozaze. Now, to our ears today, an alpha and an omicron sound almost the same. So when there are omicrons around, I tend to slightly alter the alpha so it's pronounced a little bit more nasal, a little bit more like ah. Here we go. And nazaz. And nazaz. And so we completed our journey through the places, invoking each of the 12 mighty angels, head in its proper place and proper rank, until at length we came into the place of the center of the treasury of light, the place of the midst, the place of the middle, the place of perfect balance, the place of the Father of the treasury of light. O Father of the treasure of light, by the way, for those of you who would like to know, this is the cipher. O Father of the treasure of light, by your cipher and by your name, we invoke you. Oazia. No, Oaziai. Oaziai. Let the divine light descend. O Lord, thank you for hearing our prayers. It is our magical intention and our fervent prayer, as it is every single day, to establish human liberty worldwide.
Human liberty worldwide.
Set my people free.
Set my people free.
Father, it has been 2,000 years since Jesus Christ, the Master Abaramento, planted the seeds that he planted at the beginning of the age of Pisces. Some of the seeds he planted died, they fell on hard rock and died. Other seeds he planted found fertile soil, and they have grown into strong souls. Now at the end of the age, ripe for the harvest. There are many of us who have matured in our energetic nature, who are ready for ascension into the kingdom of light at the end of this incarnation. The hour of the harvest is at hand. The hour of the rapture has arrived. For the magic of Jesus has been returned to us. And with the return of the magic of Jesus have been returned to us also the keys to the kingdom of light. For he has left to us the magic of ascension, the magic that the Master Jesus used himself at the end of his mission on earth to ascend once again into the kingdom of light. The magic of Jesus is the magic of eternal life, the magic of life abundant and life eternal, the magic of the kingdom of light that Jesus called my Father's house. Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect the integrity of our genetic code.
Protect the integrity of Homo sapiens' genetic code.
Protect us from the coronavirus.
Protect us from the coronavirus.
And most importantly, protect us from the terror of the coronavirus.
Protect us from the terror of the coronavirus.
President Trump said it 2 days ago. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear of the coronavirus dominate your life. You see, we've been taught by the media over the last 6 months that we must be afraid. We must be very afraid. The virus is real, folks. There's no doubt about that. But the fear is not real. The fear is exaggerated. The fear has been, we have been terrorized by the media. The media has deliberately instilled fear in us. And so has our local governments in many cases, such as here in Nevada, where churches are prohibited from meeting more than 50 people, and people are still required to wear dog muzzle masks. You see, folks, all of this is not based on science, but questionable science, because even Fauci first said masks were no good, and then he turned around and said that they were good. So the science is questionable, but the tyranny is very real. Try going outside without a mask in Victoria, Australia, and watch what happens to you. Try going without a mask in a public park in the United Kingdom and watch what happens to you. It's not only here in the United States, folks. We are under martial law still worldwide. Medical tyranny is here. And we have to cast it off. If we don't cast it off now, they will never take it off. They will be coming with contact tracers. They will be surveilling our every move. We will not be able to buy or sell without Bill Gates' vaccine in our bodies. It's coming, folks, unless we cast it off. And we have the chance to cast it off. Because as surely as the world is inundated with demons that have been pouring across the abyss and into our dimension, which is what is really behind this coronavirus, the angels also have returned. The angels of the Lord are here. They are here to guide us. They are here to help us. They are here to set us free. They are here to liberate humanity at the hour of our ascension. May all those who seek the abundant life promised by the living Jesus come to understand the nature of their energetic souls and how to feed them from the living light all around us. And then, at the end of this incarnation, in the moment of death, may we, instead of returning over and over to this planet in bondage, may we be led into the promised land, liberated from matter, and guided into the kingdom of light. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus Christ, the Master Abaramento. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps you experience more God Force energy in your body. As you have more God Force energy, so you have more of the stuff it takes in order for you to be absolutely secure and confident in your speaking of truth. This is one of the most difficult things for humanity to do. Speak the truth, not your truth. There is such a thing as truth with a capital T. There's been a lot of talk, especially in anthropological circles, about truth being a relative idea, that it changes from culture to culture. And I tell you that that is misleading. It is not entirely false, but it is not a paradigm upon which you can build a successful life. It might be useful in analyzing international relations, but how many of you honestly have to deal with people from cultures you've never experienced before? Brand new cultures you've never had to experience. Now, that is a rare experience for most people, and that is why it is important for you to each and every day be honest. You need to be an honest person. You see, there are rules for humanity that we have come up with on our own, and also with the assistance of God Force energy. And it might surprise you to know, or maybe it doesn't, that every culture on Earth has a set of rules by which they govern themselves. And you can tell a lot about a culture by the rules that they choose. For example, there's a certain ancient Mesoamerican culture that had only 3 rules. Don't lie, don't be lazy, and don't steal. Gosh, isn't that easy? Don't steal, don't lie, and don't be lazy. Those 3 commandments of that particular culture were hard for the people of that culture to abide by. just as many Westerners find the Ten Commandments difficult to live by. Why is that? That is because we are surrounded by cultures who see lying as beneficial. It is a tool. I tell you, there are some cultures that see lying as a virtue, depending on who you are lying to and what you are lying about. Lying is dangerous to our world because it sets in motion actions that are taken without proper guidance. And this is where God Force energy is going to really help. You see, God Force energy does 3 things towards the direction of truth. The first of those is by teaching you. God Force energy, when it is in you, it guides you, fills your moral compass, and tells you which is true north. As you breathe in God Force energy, you strengthen this connection, and your moral compass becomes stronger, and you discern that which is right from that which is wrong. The next thing that God Force energy does is it strengthens you. It gives you confidence in what you know, that what you know is right, and that when you act on that knowledge, you improve your world, and especially you improve yourself. And when you breathe in God Force energy, you are able to speak honestly. Honestly is a combination of truth and power and discernment. You must discern that when you say what you're getting ready to say, you're not going to get punched in the nose. You see, there are those people who react very violently towards hearing the truth. And I tell you, you should still tell them the truth. But be sure you are out of arm's reach and well protected. That is what strength in the God Force gives you. It gives you the ability to tell truth. This is important because right now we are living in a time where people would prefer to lie than to be honest. Now I will tell you, and you can see it yourself, how many people are wearing those masks under their noses so they can breathe? Yeah, that's a kind of lying. Oh, sure, I'll wear the mask, but not really. See, you're not being honest. You're not being fully honest. And it's those people that are going to get the rest of us in totalitarian shackles. Don't go along with it. If you're not going to go along with it, if you don't want to do it, then pull up your adult pants, snap them up tight, and don't wear the mask. Why are you wearing it halfway? I tell you, I will tell you what God told Jesus to tell all the disciples. And what he told them was, if you are lukewarm, I will spit you out. And what is lukewarm? Lukewarm is wearing your mask half on your face with your nose hanging out. Either you're going to wear the thing or you're not. Now take it off. Be a man. Be a real woman. Put aside all the... Oh, goodness. Are you going to tell me you don't know if you're a man or a woman now, too? All the truth you are craving, all the honesty about who you really are, the truth of your world, it's right there in the God Force. All you need to do is open your eyes, open your ears, open your heart, open your mouth and your nose, and breathe in God Force while thinking about the divine, and you will be filled up with the glorious light and truth of God Force.
Thanks, Leslie. That was beautiful. Folks, if you would like, this is the part of the ritual where we pass around the collection plate. So if you would like to support this mission, if you would like to support the second coming of the Magick of Jesus and its spread around the world and the teaching of its knowledge of how to use it around the world, we invite you to leave us a donation on our website at alphaomega.church. While you're there, you should download our free ebook, Was Jesus Secretly a Magician?, because it gives you not only the background of this ritual, but of all the rituals in the Bruce Codex and the books of Yahweh that were rediscovered in Egypt in 1769, together with the 3 secret baptisms that Jesus used to initiate his disciples. We'll be back here again tomorrow morning at sunrise, and we invite you to join us again for this most unusual ritual and to be a part once again of this most unusual congregation as we congregate from all around the world and all throughout the day, as we'll be rebroadcasting this ritual every hour on the hour, beginning in 2 hours at 10 o'clock. So we'll see you again tomorrow morning at sunrise. And until then, as always, as the Master said, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work.